following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to SOFLO SASS, Monday edition. Glad to be back. Hey. I'm Barbara.
I'm LC.
Oh, what a long weekend. Good time. I'm so excited, Lori, to have our guests that we're going to be in our show today.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a treat.
I know, right? Everybody in the audience is in for a special treat.
Yeah.
So we always start off the show. How was your weekend?
Pretty busy, all with play. I didn't really work.
Did you play? Did you have somebody fun to play with?
I saw a band. I got my friend's band played out at a lake on the dock. So I did that and drank some scotch, ate some pizza.
Scotch?
Yeah.
What do you think about scotch?
Scotch is something that you have to be acquired for.
It is. It's definitely an acquired taste. But I'm Scottish, so I've acquired it.
Oh, so what else did you do? Hey, did you watch the Cubs game over the weekend?
No, I watched one of them.
Did you watch them? They totally beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, I know. Did you see a game last week? It showed the mom that had a baby in her arm and she caught a foul ball.
No, with a baby in her arm.
Baby in her arm, and she reached over and caught the ball. It was amazing.
Yeah. The Cubs game on Saturday night was, I think they won like 7, like 5 or something. It was such a great game. I could not believe it.
It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, well, football's back. And you know the cool thing too is, speaking about that, the stadium was packed.
Yeah.
It was not one empty seat in the stadium at Wrigley Field, and there was no masks, and there was nothing. Everything's back to normalcy, and I so love to see that.
They're back to full capacity.
Yeah. So our Cubbies are back, Elsie.
Yeah.
What else did you do on the weekend?
That's really about it. It was a lot of drinking and eating. Dancing. I got to dance.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. How about you?
My weekend was good. It started on Friday. My stepdad came over for a visit. Went out for him and I with the girls for some drinks, which was really nice. And then Saturday, I had a couple business meetings. And then Saturday night, just had a family dinner. And then yesterday was out on the water in Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you in the water?
Pardon me?
Do you go in the water?
No, boating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the water.
Okay.
Yeah. So, lots of good food and drinks and hanging out with friends, and that was all good. And then the rain came in.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we get these thunderstorms that roll in, so then it's kind of like, all right, everybody's got to go home. But yeah, it was great. Thank you for asking. So really, really, really good weekend. Hung out with a lot of good people and met lots of new friends.
Cool.
Rach, what about you?
Oh man, my weekend was crazy busy. Crazy busy. So had reptile shows lined up for Saturday and Sunday. So I drove all the way down to Louisville, Kentucky, set up, did a whole show.
Wait, you drove from Cleveland to Louisville?
Cincinnati. Well, I'm in Dayton, actually, in that area. So it was a good 2.5 hours, not too bad. And then made some killer money, and it was so much fun. Then we drove back to
Rach, let me jump into this. How do you make money with your reptiles?
It's a buy and sell and breed kind of a trade
Oh,
market, you know? It's I laugh and say it's kind of like the drug dealers market because we're always looking for buy in bulk and a deal, and we distribute. So yeah,
I'd love to see that. It's got to be so interesting to see all those creatures.
oh yeah, you see all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So then I packed up and then we went to Cincinnati and had to stay in Cincinnati because I had a show that next day.
Okay, wait, hold on. When you're traveling, what do you do? Have these all in like cages, and then you
Yeah, so
put them in your car?
they're in display cases, usually individually or sometimes in a Tupperware kind of a like storage bin.
Oh.
And so they're sealed. They've got air holes so they can breathe. So that's not a concern. But yeah, we pack them up and
Like a dog carrier, a cat carrier, they got like air vents and stuff.
kind of like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got like special things. It almost looks like deli cups kind of a thing that a snake would be in maybe. And then we just stack them up inside of the tub, the storage Tupperware tub, and then towed it along. But then Saturday night, we had free time a little bit. And instead of staying in the hotel room, we're like, let's go see a show. So we went out to a local kind of like bar venue, little area, saw a couple bands play, and then got up in the morning and did another reptile expo.
Wow.
It was busy.
How many people attend?
I was just gonna say that.
Oh, so Cincinnati, it's one of the biggest ones in the area with the expo, and they get a good 1,000 to 2,000 people in there.
Wow.
That's a lot of people, Lori.
It is. I would love to see it.
I have
would
to
love to
hire
see it.
employees to help me, so because there's just so
Wow.
many people always at our tables.
And she made some money.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow. So Lori, we have a special guest coming on today, and his name is
Carsten Goslow.
Yes. So he will be joining us here in probably a minute or so. We're very excited to have him on the show.
Yeah.
He's got a really good story to tell.
Yeah.
And,
As a young man, he's accomplished an awful lot.
Yeah, for being only 23 years old.
Well, he just turned 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. But yes, it's going to be really fun interviewing him and just being at his age where he's at and being such an entrepreneur is just so amazing what he's accomplished already in his life.
Well, and I can't even imagine what he's still going to do. I mean, he's going to become big.
Mm-hmm.
Very successful, I'm no doubt.
That's impressive. Yeah, he's definitely got a story to tell.
He sure does.
Well, and we're going to talk about the One Vibe Fest, which he does for music festivals. He's the president of that and is so into the music industry and so into the athletic industry.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to show some pictures about him, how he's been on covers of magazines and how he works out every day and his regimen and his diet. And he's got 190,000 followers on Instagram. He's got a SoundCloud for the One Vibe Fest. He's got a story about how he's lived with hippies and his diet and all that stuff. So really, really, really fun person to interview.
Really interesting. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I know. Me too.
You guys ready to bring him on?
Yeah, let's roll.
All right, here he is.
What's up?
Welcome.
Hey. Hey,
blessing
Carsten.
to be here.
Welcome to SOFLO SASS. I'm Barbara.
Thank you for having me. Hello,
I'm
Barbara.
Lori.
Hello, Lori. I'm excited to be here, and I'm blessed and honored to, be joining you in this amazing time. Time's all we have, so we're sharing it together, and that's a blessing to me. So let's do this.
Thank you. We have Roxy in the house.
What's up, Roxy?
I don't know if you were listening, Carsten, but Roxy has reptiles, and she was at a reptile show all weekend.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is wild for sure.
I had to bring some out to One Vibe Fest.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little interactive experience.
You
Trip some
can't go
people out.
wrong mixing music with snakes. Everybody's got them on their album covers or in their music videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, can't go wrong there.
Definitely. Maybe I'll mix a set with like a huge snake around my neck or something because I DJ too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
okay. Yeah. He says he's that. What do you not do?
I do not swim with sharks, but I might be soon, I guess. My friend really wants me to do it with her on her birthday, so I might have to do that. I don't play baseball. That's the one sport I haven't played. It's just a little too slow for my like crazy mind.
Mhm.
I don't know. I like to dabble in a lot.
Yeah. So before we get started, I'd like to introduce everybody to Carsten, who is a special guest on our show, and thank you for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
He was born on April 19th, which is my son's birthday. So we have the same birthdays going on. He's a 23-year-old entrepreneur from Boca Raton. And I mean, you have so many stories to tell, which is going to amaze everybody. And, you know, you totally inspired me. And when I was telling my son about you, you totally inspired him. And so much that you have going on. You have so much higher energy and so many goals, and you have so many desire for greatness and you intentions. I mean, all these companies that I'm reading about you, Carsten, is just, you know, it's just flabbergasting. And so 23 years old. First of all, let's start out. How did you first of all start out with what you wanted to do?
Well, just turned 24, just so you know. And but same thing, you know, time's fake anyways, it's an illusion. But how did I figure it out? I don't know, just kind of doing it. Like you just got to go. Like you can't think too much, I don't think. I mean, I've always been into sports, so that helped me really transition into, you know, the fitness industry, working out. You know, I always like helped people. So, you know, I got certified. I became a professional trainer, you know, helped a lot of people in that. I always just loved music. Like I told you earlier, you know, I kind of photoshopped myself into this life and it kind of worked out. I think truthfully, you just kind of got to go with your gut feeling because your gut is really your intuition. If you want to go deeper, we call it your gut, but it's in your intuition and we all have it. You know, we're all connected to divine intelligence. Mm-hmm. So like, I always kind of say, you know, you don't have an urge or like a desire within you that you can't do. Like nothing is capricious in nature. I don't think, you know, no matter how bold it is, it's within you for a reason. So I think you should just go. And, you know, one person I do follow is Vishen Lakhiani. He owns Mind Valley, which is like a conscious reform, like a really big thing that helps lift people up. And he says in his book, Buddha and the Badass, which I recommend, to get to about 80% and just go. Don't wait till you get to 100% because you will never do it. So that's exactly what I did, and it's working out. So, yeah.
Well, what about your passion for protecting the ocean? So you're from Florida, so you kind of grew up in the ocean. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that.
So, yeah, I grew up in Atlantic Beach. We're, you know, from that town. I got like a brick with my name on it. You know, we're from there. So I grew up, I was in the water before I was even one. And, you know, in the first 7 years of your life, you're always in theta brainwave state. So, like, what you go through in that time is really, like, has a really deep indent on your life. So I think just being around the ocean and, you know, seeing people litter and all that just, like, made me really want to, like, it really got me passionate about, like, cleaning it.
Okay, wait, Carsten. So when you see people litter, like what, like water bottles and
it's disgusting, honestly.
Disgusting, right?
Like, yeah, it's just sad, especially because we're in a country with so many trash cans available and recycling, right, and like all these things. It's like, yo, just put it in your pocket or like go pick up. You know, it's just like, yeah, it's just lazy because they think the next man or the next woman's gonna pick it up, and it's just a really bad mentality to have.
Right.
You know, you watch people do it all the time, or even driving down the street, they just dump all of it on the road. It's just like, oh my gosh.
So what is your regimen on that? When Lori asked you about that?
So the reason why I got passionate behind it, I think it's because I grew up there, but it's just within me. Like, I think it's just, I'm here for bigger things. And I was placed on this world and for a mission. I have a mission, you know, and I think that is to raise consciousness, help people be their best selves, which will play into less littering and more respect for this home. Like, you know, this is one, like we're on human family living on one earth, which is our home. It's like, respect it. I want my children and their children and so on to work. And we're at a point of no return right now, which is pretty crazy for our species. You know, like the world, I mean, look at Chernobyl is one thing. Chernobyl is already back to like being a full green place. It's like actually a sanctuary. And that just shows you what can happen in just like what, 60 years, 70 years.
Great
like,
example.
We need to step up ourselves to stay here. Otherwise we'll be the sixth mass extinction. So that's what I kind of want to wake people up to. It's like the world will be fine. It'll come back around, but we won't if we don't wake up and stop littering and doing all these terrible things, you know?
Yeah, but you also did say earlier, don't you do it like one day a month where you clean up and you do like a yoga thing?
Yeah, so once a week, every Thursday here in Boca, and anybody watching can totally come out, come say hi, all are welcome. It's only donation based for the yoga instructor I bring out. I don't take anything from it. What I take from it is just amazing vibrations and just going into an amazing day. Thursday, 6:45 a.m., we meet down Palmetto Road.
Very early.
Huh? The
I said
sunrise.
that's very early.
It's magical. If you can get out there, it's worth it. I promise.
You probably get to see the sunrise.
Exactly. The sun's coming up as we're doing yoga. It's magical, you know. Like once you get out here, they're not tired. It's hard to get out there, but it's worth it. But yeah, so sunrise yoga with a beach cleanup afterwards. You know, it's part of the One Vibe movement. So transitioning to that's really my thing. So One Vibe Fest is something, but One Vibe Group is what I own, which has One Vibe Fest, One Vibe Club, and One Vibe Artists. One Vibe Artists is about the lunch, but the club and the fest are both like live and, you know, being spoken about, but the movement is behind it. And that's basically, I want to impact positively 1 billion souls. That doesn't mean directly, but I could touch 10 million over my life, and those million touch 1,000, 1 million. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know who I'm going to activate, and he becomes the next Tony Robbins. You know what I mean? So that's my true goal, which will heighten the vibration of the world and wake people up to be better.
Oh my God, Lori, like how cool is that he does that? Yoga on the beach and cleaning up the beach. And not even.
Yeah, if somebody wants to come and take part in the yoga and then they're going to do the cleanup, do they bring garbage bags? Like how
I bring buckets. One of my friends, Michael, actually brings out like 10 buckets and clamps. And if we're short on that, there's actually compostable bags out there at the beach, which is you know, I think all beaches should have that.
Yeah.
So no, they don't need to bring anything. Just bring a towel or a mat and get ready to do a little yoga, get limber. Even if you've never done yoga before, it's fine. Even if you just come out there and meditate or like just hang out, you know, it's
Barb,
cool.
you got to go do that. Go do the sunrise yoga.
I will.
Yes, bring everybody.
But yeah, just listening to you speak, you're obviously an old soul.
Yeah.
In your body. You started being different like this when you were young.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's what got me in a lot of trouble. I was just like going a little too fast and kind of already knew everything, like, and not everything. Oh, I know nothing. And that's when you really know that you know something, is when you know nothing. But growing up, I was a little troublemaker. Let's just say that.
What were you like in school? Were you a good student?
No, straight A's. School came really easy to me. That's the thing. I could look
at
like videographic memory. So I was able to just look at a review until it got a little harder and you had short answers and like essays and stuff. But like going through like high school, I'd say till sophomore year, like it was too easy. So I would just like, kind of messing with people and stuff. I was never like a physical bully, but I would definitely like, you know, nitpick at teachers and whatever.
Well, that brings us to a conversation about education.
Yeah. What do I think about education?
Yeah.
As a whole, I think that there needs to be a major reform. I think teachers need to be paid more so they're more inclined to do better. I mean, we've all had those amazing teachers that really left an impact on us, but how many were there? Like maybe 1, 2, or 3 max. The rest are just like, whatever, here's a packet, go home, like cry yourself to sleep or something. You know, I don't know. Like, I think it could be better. I mean, obviously, like we're not the worst country, but to be one of the most rich and abundant countries and to have one of the worst school systems in the world says something, period.
Yeah.
Well, we still have this industrial mindset and it's beyond that. We need to get out of that competitive mind and get to the creative and, you know, teach people what to do with their taxes and teach people how to we weren't taught any of that. It's terrible.
Right. What's your take on college?
College, I think, I tell my cousins to my mom's one of 12, so I have a massive family, and a lot of them are going into school right now. And I'm the oldest boy, and I tell them, I was like, yo, take a year off at least, please, or 6 months. Just don't rush into it, because that's exactly
after you graduate.
Huh?
After you graduate.
After you graduate, go figure it out. Go travel. Go to a couple countries. Like, go figure it out for yourself. Get a job. Like, definitely work or something, or hopefully save up enough in high school and like transition slowly. Do not rush into it. Because I took so many college classes. I was playing school sports, club sports, and all this. So I would get home from clubs, like out of practice, and then get home from school at 10. And I was taking 4 AP classes almost every year, and it just made me hate school. Like, it made me just not like it. I would come home and have 6 hours and go to bed at 3 or 4 a.m., wake up at 7, and just like I was drained. And that's not that can stunt your growth. I could be 6'4", but I'm 6'2", damn it. But I think overall, like college, I respect the doctors, the engineers, and stuff like that. But if you want to go and be an entrepreneur and like do what you want to do, go dabble in some stuff. Like, I've had everywhere from my shirt, like a brand that I was selling when I was like 17, 18, just to like do it. I didn't think I was going to want to do that, but just to get the logistics and build my own website and do that, just start doing stuff. Like, you'll figure it out,
You brought up a really good point, because, my son's getting ready to graduate and go to college. And he's like, I don't know if I want to go to college, because like you said, take a time off, figure out what I want to do. And, like you said, if you want to be like a doctor or an accountant or a lawyer or somebody that needs that college background, or a surgeon, or a dentist, then you need that. But if you just want to go and do something else like what you're doing, and conquering the world I'm going to go about with everything that you've done right now, is it really necessary? I mean, I did not go to college. I think I left my parents down, but I went right into the music industry and made over, 6 figures, promoting bands, and, worked my ass off. Like, and Lori too in the music industry. So like you said, you really pulled Carsten a good post on that about, choices and balances and, what you want to do.
Yeah. And I think that goes back to if you actually want to be a doctor, but don't be forced by your family and stuff. I get it if they're like going to pay for it and like all that. I think that was a big reason why I transitioned, because my parents were like, school or you're cut off, and now they're like, oh shit,
Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Yeah, really. Like, shout out to my mom for holding it down, because my dad was close to kicking me out so many times. But I love them to death, better than ever with them. But there were times in my life that I wasn't talking to my parents at all, and just like, we'll get into that later. But yeah, back to that. I think truthfully, if you want to do business and all that, go travel a little bit, figure it out, do your research, self-taught. Like, for example, one of my best friends, Tim Sperry, I did business development. I was VP of sales of his company. I came in as a social media director, but he owns Smog Armor, and you'll definitely be hearing about him. He's a future billionaire. He's amazing. He has a technology that neutralizes carbon dioxide, and as well as airborne VOCs and also odors. And the first product is a paint, basically. So if I paint all my walls right now, which I'm going to do in my new place, it would turn my walls into an active filter. But not even getting into that too much, he is a self-taught chemist.
Self-taught,
and he is changing the world. And
wow,
with no college.
He's filming right now for Shark Tank. Like,
that's amazing.
He did go to school, but he's not doing anything that he did in school.
Right. That happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. That's amazing. So anyways, Carsten, again, I'm Barbara. Thank you for coming on SOFLO SASS.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Barbara, we got a visitor. You want me to bring him in?
Sure.
All right. Here he is, the Wally.
We got Wally. Wally in the house.
He's muted.
Uh-oh.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute your...
All right, we're unmuted now. Anyways, hey, everybody.
There you go.
You got my guy, Carsten. I got to tell you something. When I met Carsten, I was like, this kid has got something. I meet a lot of people. And I said, you know what? Let's get your name out there, because his festival, when I talked to we were in a conference room. he came into the studio. And I just felt the energy and the vibe, and it was just like, but everyone's vibrating at different frequencies. Yeah. This kid, everywhere he goes, he came to the Global Vision Conference in Sanibel a few weeks ago, blew it up there. He's just contagious, is what the word I use. Contagious young man for sure. No doubt about it. Wally.
The content creator, let's go.
What's up? Let's do it. When I met him, it's like, you don't want to wait to get this guy exposure. So remember the first time you're in there, I said, let me call Johnny. I called Johnny on the phone. 2 weeks later, he's in the Global Vision.
Puts the phone on the table. I floated out my vision. Siri cried. It was crazy.
It was great. But this is what's going on. This guy is one thing you guys did recognize him. He's already a superstar. He's a visionary. And these days, what really piques me, you guys know this, the kids his age aren't doing the shit he's doing.
Right.
They're stuck in the ether, a lot of them. But now I notice in 2020, a lot of people did wake up.
They're all doing this shit. They're like,
but exactly. You know what
TikTok dances, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, exactly. He's like such an entrepreneur. So, Carsten, I want to go over these things about you too. So, business development manager, president of, we'll get into the One Vibe Fest, USA Gold Ship Group. You're a personal trainer. Like, what the fuck else do you not do?
I can't
does he not do or do? What else does he not do? That's a very loaded
question. I don't want to risk breaking my neck. That's one thing. I don't know. I like. I've been blessed with the vibration. Honestly, it kind of just comes to me, and it's amazing. You know, that's why I'm trying to like raise the vibration of the world, because people can just realize that they are it. They are the light. They are the star. Whenever it feels dark, shine brighter, and it'll all just come to you. But if you have a negative mental attitude, you're gonna just repel everything. So I think just be you, be great, shine bright, and just work hard.
How much sleep do you get at night?
I optimize sleep. I'd say 6 to 8 hours every night for the most part.
That's good.
This past weekend, I was late.
What about your diet?
My diet, pretty clean. You know, it definitely balanced. I do have my snacks, that's for sure.
What kind of snacks do you like?
Good snacks.
I like kettle corn sometimes, like a little caramel. I'm dairy free though, so I do love fruit. I love fruit a lot, but I think veggie chips,
sugar, right?
Veggie chips has been one of my weaknesses lately. Honestly, at least it's 30% less fat. As for diet though, overall, I would say sweet potatoes. I was pretty meatless. I've been a little meat again, but I was been meatless like this past year a lot. Like I'm about to say 90% meatless. I really like tofu and like tempeh and all that kind of stuff, which surprises people because like I'm pretty big. But I was just kind of happy. I think you should try.
You're pretty big. You're ripped, dude.
Thank you.
Instagram earlier. She called me and said, "Dude, well, that guy is shredded. Oh my goodness."
Rachel, maybe we should show a picture of him.
Yes, sir. I was wearing shorts. I promise. I was wearing pants. I promise, guys. you know the vibes.
On a magazine, right?
Yeah, I've been on a few. I shot that with Georgino. Shout out to George. He's a cool guy. He got
That's fucking hot. What does your mom and dad say about that?
What?
What does your mom and dad say about that?
They love it. My mom's like, look at my son. Aww. I'll go out, visit them. Sometimes we'll be at the bar. She has like 1 or 2 drinks, and she starts whipping out all the photos.
This is my son.
My mom, I love my parents so much. My mom is the purest soul you'll ever meet, and honestly, I think that's a huge reason why I'm the way I am. Shout out to my dad for the financial skills, hard ass. And my mom is just the most giving person. She's one of 12. My grandparents, shirt off your back. Never met my dad's parents. I think that's why I'm such an old soul. My parents are a little older, so I'm able to grasp a lot of generations. Mm-hmm. So my dad's actually 74. My mom's 59. So I'm blessed to have amazing, and they're healthy as hell. You see my dad, you think he's 50. So shout out to them. So that's that.
Aw, shout out to the parents.
Respect your freaking parents. Damn it.
What's your workout regime? How often do you do this?
5-6 days a week on average. I mean, this past week 4. I went to a festival this past weekend.
How was that?
Amazing. Shout out to Pepe Vargas. and Forbidden Kingdom. It was actually here in Boca before, and they were just in Orlando this past time. Amazing expansion, really inspiring. You know, he started 3 years ago, and I don't know him super well, but I know him pretty well, and a lot of friends know him. He's killing it. I'd say he's like 29, doing big things. So very inspired. I love seeing like people just win. And at the end of the day, we're all in one team. You know, he's spreading the light. I'm gonna be spreading the light over here. We can lift it up together. And yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Huge crew.
What's up, brother? How many people were there, by the way?
I would say probably 20, 30,000.
Wow.
Oh wow, Lori.
No masks.
Wow, that's gotta be,
no mask.
No masks.
No
that's
masks.
got to be the biggest gathering since COVID.
Mask off.
Yes.
Mask off.
Oh, yes. The mask never works. They cause brown lung.
I'm with you, bro. Okay, so let's talk about you and how did you come up with the name of the one, your name of the One Vibe guy in your festival that you want to promote and talk about coming up? Yeah,
so One Vibe Fest. One Vibe Fest came about. So first, it was Freedom Fest. I was at a festival, and it just kind of like flowed through me. I turned to my friend. I was like, Freedom Fest 2025. And I was like, I'm doing it. Hold me to it. Hold me accountable. This is me putting it into the universe. And that was taken. I was sitting around one day, in I kind of like a think tank with, my mentors that I had met who kind of activated me and showed me. And it didn't have to wait till 2025. And I was like, man, like that's taken. I need something that like this is all about unity. I want to bring people together. I was like one family, like one frequency, one vibration. And I was like, that's it, one vibe. So that's kind of really how it came. I was in council. When you're like put minds together, it creates that extra conscious, and it just flowed out, and it was right. And I got crazy chills, and it was cool. It was meant to be.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's a festival that's going to be coming up.
Correct. We're going to be out here in South Florida. There's a few shifts right now. It's looking really good. We had our eyes on a few venues. COVID kind of shifts some things around. But right now, we were looking at Fort Lauderdale, but I just aligned with an amazing person, and he's got a lot of connections. So it's looking like Del Rey. But we'll be officially launching soon. Tickets will be live. And we just want to make sure it's done right. We don't want to be the next Fire Festival, but it's 110% happening. And we're going to be, planting a tree for every ticket sold, doing things.
Wait a minute, what? You're planting a tree?
Planting a tree for every ticket sold. We're partnered with Tree Sisters. So all legit. We can actually go visit our trees. We've done some events with One Vibe Club, my other little brand that's under the umbrella of One Vibe Group. And, we have about 500 trees planted. But I'm excited for the festivals because we get 10,000 trees, 20,000, and you go visit our rainforest. They're giving jobs to third world country women, and
that's amazing.
Grow these seedlings and plant them.
Global impact. Having a global impact.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I definitely want to contribute.
Yeah. Where do you put the trees?
So that's the Tree Sisters. So they're in countries like Brazil with the rainforest there, Peru, even across in Asian countries and such. But it's really cool because you can go on there and see where your trees are, and you can visit them.
I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm excited to do that. Probably when I hit 50,000, I'll go visit my little contribution.
Wow.
So Carsten, I want to get back to this too, but I want to give you a shout out. If anybody wants to reach out to you for a workout class or find out about your festival, can you give out your shout out information?
Yeah, definitely. If you do, I forgot to tell you guys, I have another website called carstengoslow.com. If you do want workout and meal plans, I still do that. I still try to help people because it is a passion of mine. All the way, I give you the recipe all the way down to the shopping list. You want it easy, you want to get shredded, you want to figure it out. Everybody's different. So I make you a detailed, personalized. It's actually Carsten, please, Roxy. But no worries. I know it's a different kind of spelling. But yeah, carstengoslow.com if you want meal plans and stuff. If you want to reach me, EN, please. EN.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then if you want to just reach out and say what's up, you can visit my Instagram at Mr. One Vibe, no spaces. If you want to follow and keep up with festival news and the launch and get deals and discounts, you can go to One Vibe Fest on Instagram. Follow us, shoot me a DM so I can follow you back as well. And you can go to onevibefest.com and enter your email where it says that, and you will be entered for 2 VIP tickets as well as other deals.
I
And
was
yeah,
going to ask you, you have a giveaway for whoever's viewing this right now? You have any giveaway for the viewers?
boom, yeah, giveaway for the viewers. Go enter your email, and we'll be picking up as soon as tickets are live. And I assure you that I'm a man of my word.
Okay. So again, thank you for giving your shout out. We'll give you your information again because I'm going to be sending my husband or my son to your yoga workout.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
That was a Freudian slip for your husband. Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh boy, Barbara. We'll this one later.
But that's a good thing. But what I also want to know too is you have Facebook followers. People can follow you on Facebook. You're on Instagram.
Yeah, so Facebook as well. Basically, all those pages are on Facebook as well. One Vibe Fest, all that. We're much more active on Instagram, but they are interconnected. So you can find me on Facebook as well. I mean, just my name, Carsten G. We have a One Vibe Fest page, One Vibe Club page. You can keep up with everything there. But Instagram is definitely the most active.
Yeah, I searched your name earlier and all kinds of stuff popped up. So you're out there. You're easy to find for sure.
It's easy to find. So when you light up this festival, like what kind of what's the talent?
Yeah.
It's going to be an EDM based festival, that's for sure. We'll have some hip hop acts, maybe even some rock acts. But let's just say if it was like a Chipotle bowl, EDM would be the rice. And, we'll be mixing in some other stuff. We're going to be doing things different, though. Like in between sets, I want to have, some inspirational, spiritual, talks, here and there, just for 60 seconds, 120 seconds, just to get people while they're in these amazing open states and actually make an impact rather than just going straight into the next one and just doing things a little different.
We really need that in this world today. We need that. I always say music is therapy. So when you add those movement statements like that, you're increasing that therapy for them, especially the live events.
Yes,
it's powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to 28 festivals now, hundreds of shows, and the impact it's had on me is the reason why I'm doing this. And it's just amazing. The epiphanies you have, the friends you meet, the amazing things that happen. I even was pickpocketed at Okeechobee, right? Terrible thing. But that led to me meeting my best friends. A huge fam. We go to festivals. We have 40 tents. We're this village. Shout out to Music 365. Amazing people. Awesome. And that all led from a pickpocket. That's why I say there's always light.
What's that saying, Carsten? All things work together for the good.
Yes, and there's always light in the dark, baby. Always light in the dark.
That's it.
Yes.
So what's your price point, and how do people be able to find tickets, and when is this going to happen?
So right now we're looking really good for November 27th, 28th in Delray, but don't quote me just yet. But those are tentative dates, but it's looking really good. Price point, we should be launching around $149.99 for GA and $199 for VIP, with maybe a standard deviation of $10, but should be around those price points. Very affordable, 2 days. It's looking really good. So yeah. And we're going even bigger next year. That's already in the works. This one's more of let's launch, let's get it doing, let's have a high quality, amazing thing. But the time is now. We need to get it done. I love the November time frame. The weather is going to be amazing. We're going to have a lot of good 501(c)(3)s out there. Wally's even talking about helping with some mental awareness, which is really needed. All sorts of stuff.
If somebody in the audience, Carsten, let me ask you, is watching and they want to be part of this, can they reach out to you and contact you?
Reach out.
Okay.
I love to hear everybody, even if you're a local DJ, all the way to, a speaker or a vendor, you sell some cool crystals or some cool clothing. We want to support the local economy. That's in the mission, is wherever we are. We want to, use all local vendors, food all the way to whatever. So just to lift everybody up in the area, because we're not trying to be like a Walmart, we're trying to really help the local economy.
Yeah, and with the world, the local economy has kind of downsized a little bit. So for you to promote those, that is totally worthy of you, and I totally admire you for that.
Yes, buy local.
Support your friends. It was bringing everywhere, cross generation, ethnic, everything. One Vibe is truly for all the people of different ages and everything. Even if you don't know what EDM music is, Look it up. EDM is good. It's electronic. It's drum, bass. It's like pretty hot. I like it. I threw one actually years ago, about 10 years ago. I threw one at the Winter Music Festival. I had an event at the Gansevoort. I had no idea what I was in for, but the energy and the vibe was just so positive with all the people. And it's just everything together.
You can't beat it. Like, there's so many subgenres to EDM. That's what people don't understand. It's not just like crazy bass music. There's all the ways from like house music to bass and so much in between.
Yeah.
And there's like 350 subgenres. So like, there's always, and we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna be multi-genre. So it's not just gonna be one or the other. So it's definitely gonna be something for everybody. And like you said, the energy, you can't beat it. So don't judge a book. Just come check it out. Because all I know, I grew up on hip hop, but when I went to my first EDM show, sold. I rarely go to any hip hop shows after this. The energy is just different,
So how many acts and how many stages are you gonna have? How many acts and how many stages?
Right now it's looking like, we're gonna be multi-stage, probably two main, and then two main stages, and then a lot of activations. It could be three. We possibly could put that in the works, but year one, we don't want to go too big too soon, and we want to be smart. But we're looking around like 10,000 people, probably around like 66 plus acts, and
Wow.
maybe something
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to it.
Huh?
I'm
Yeah,
going.
Laura, you're coming down for it.
I'm
100%.
coming.
I'm gonna have to come down too.
Roxy, you're coming to it too.
I mean, in November, I'm in Ohio. Ohio doesn't do outdoor, a whole lot going on in November, so I am there.
Well, you gotta come down and get some of that, like some warmth,
Yeah, exactly.
So let me ask you this: if it's your event, will you be on stage, like announcing, coming on, and?
I do kind of want to MC at least some of it for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely want to perform. I'm definitely going to DJ at my own festival, 110%.
What we're going to do, what we're planning, we're going to have some big screens there. We're going to do a video, like a couple of promos, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. Hey, I'm Mr. One Vibe, just already canned already. We can run those between different segments, whether it's promoting an environmental event, beach cleanup, some of the nonprofits we're going to be working with, and some of the acts coming up. I think it's a good way, not only because I tell him, what did I tell you, Carson? Who's the brand? Who is this all about?
I'm the brand, baby. But we'll definitely have some of those segments, but I definitely want to be as organic as possible and live and come out and just flow, because that's when I'm my best. Honestly, when you just kind of push me in the pool and I just start swimming, I turn into like a float. But no, it's gonna be amazing. I'm definitely gonna be very actively throughout that festival.
Anybody's out there part of the media. If you're part of the media, you can give us a shout out here, because we are. I'm setting up interviews for Carsten everywhere. If you're part of the media, print, music, television, whatever, give us a shout out, because we're going to take this kid. This kid's going to change the world for sure. No doubt about it.
Doing it every day, baby.
Every day.
I mean, I'm just so impressed by you. When I'm so honored for you to be on SOFLO SASS, and you inspire me. And I was telling my son about you, and you inspire him, and I think you're going to inspire a lot of people in the world right now for what you do at your age, and so many companies that you run and what you're doing. And I'm sure your mom and daddy are so proud of you as well. And
it's an honor. It's a blessing. Love them to death. And love them to life. My bad. I've been trying to we have so many terrible, like, negative things in our language.
I know.
No, we lived it. And love them to life, or heaven. Yeah.
So how did you go with the name Mr. One Vibe?
One Vibe Fest. Like, I'm Mr. One Vibe. It's me. This is my life. I'm dedicating my life to it, and that's what it's gonna be.
Okay, so can people buy your swag?
Yes, definitely. We're actually, getting some more stuff designed right now. In the next 2 weeks, we should have all the merch live on the website, onevibefest.com. We'll have some plugins. You
got to make some tank tops and cute little tops for girls.
100% crop tops, all that. We'll wait until we got a little closer, but we'll definitely have some pre-drops, and we'll have even more at the festival that are limited edition. And we're also going to be live streaming the event as well. It's going to be a hybrid event. So for those that can't make it in person, make sure to keep your eyes out, and you'll be able to stream it. It's going to be different. In person is going to be a whole different experience, but at least you'll be able to see the vibe out, and we'll be able to impact, not just 10,000 people, but we'll reach millions.
Sounds awesome.
Yes.
It does.
So what's next on your adventure list? I can't even keep up with you.
I know.
This is my main mission. This is my main mission. But time to plan some more shows for the club, which is a little smaller. I've been doing some pop-up events. I bought a bunch of production equipment, so I basically own like a stage, LED wall, and all that. So I've been working with a venue here, like 15 minutes south of Boca and Pompano, looking for some other stuff. If anybody out here has venues that whatever, feel free to hit me up as well. We'll come through. We do all the branding, marketing, all that, and yeah. So that's probably my short-term thing that I've been working on. But long-term, the main thing is the festival, staying healthy, because you don't want to trade your wealth for health, or your health for wealth. I mean, my bad, flip-flop. But yeah, staying healthy, staying positive, staying persistent, I think is just it.
So you got a lot of work involved in this, and that's one thing I would like to bring to everybody's attention. It's just not something you just decide to do and make happen. There's a lot of collaboration, and the work that you're putting into it is phenomenal. So it's going to be worth it because you are putting that work into it.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
I enjoy it. I mean, it's a lot. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I've hit dark patches. You hit the time, you're like, man, what am I doing? Like, this is crazy. Like, is this NFL? Like, it gets scary, but you just got to push through, because those dark times when you push through is when you really start seeing the abundance come through. And I just even recently had that. I think I would say I've went through 3 patches. It's all about polarities. I tell people, if you can't go this far, then you're damn sure not worthy of going this far. If you just stay in this little comfortable mindset, push it, but you can go here, but just know it's going to come back and you're going to see the fruits of your labor, and it's going to be amazing. And the bolder the vision, the easier it gets. Quote, that's Vishen Lakhiani, because you're going to align with other amazing minds. Wally, you guys, like Bill Siska, this other guy, he's like a right-hand man for operations. Daniel Hartwell, who recently is partnering up, and it's just amazing. Like, someone who runs festivals anywhere from 10,000 people to 320,000, and he wants to work with me. How much of a blessing is that? Of
course he does. The funny thing is, we were at the Global Vision Conference, and I remember Daniel started to share. He came in late, swimming trunks, flip-flops, like he does.
That's how he rolls.
Amazing person.
He's talking. So I'm looking at Carsten. He was speaking directly to Carsten the entire time.
It was trippy. One second. I'm gonna actually send this. I'm gonna send this to my parents. I totally forgot, so they can tune in. I'm so sorry.
That's how he rolls. Well, you know what though, Carsten, I want to tell you that you are a true person for kids like my age, or in between, to mentor you, in what you're doing, within the community of the beach cleanup and the festivals and all your other companies that you run and the training and all that. It's a good leadership, and it's really nice for you to let the community know that. And I'm going to share that with everybody in my son's age, because what you do is an amazing thing.
I appreciate it. I'm here to inspire. I'm here to help rise people up and show them that they are amazing as well, and they can do all of this. You don't need to be some extreme Harvard student. Shout out to those people, but you don't need to be that. Just go. Just take that trust fall. I say, don't hesitate. Otherwise, you'll probably be like that AFV video you seen forever ago, and the kid hits or a YouTube video where they hit their face on the deck. Don't hesitate. And you'll land into the sea of abundance.
Absolutely.
Well, unfortunately, we are out of time. Lori goes by too fast, right?
Well, yeah, listen, we're going to have him back just before the event.
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely.
I'm excited. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely, man.
Gratitude. Very grateful.
Very nice to meet you.
Mr. One Vibe.
We'll be in touch.
One tribe, the human tribe, baby.
Yes, One Vibe Fest, one tribe. We're one human family. Do not forget that, guys. Go tell that person you love them. If you think about your mom, call her, tell her you love her. And this is all for a reason. You don't just think about people for no reason. And stop littering. If you can't pick up your own trash, you're trash.
Yes.
Whoa.
Agreed. Totally agree.
Yes.
I remember one time I was driving down the street and I saw somebody throw out like a bag of McDonald's on the road. I literally stalked him. It was honking and pulled him over, and I go, "You're a fucking litter bug."
Citizens arrest.
She did that shit.
Definitely.
I did. I go,
"You're a fucking litter
bug. Go back there and pick that up. Then again, I'm worried that I'm gonna get,
shot.
You know, no, just don't litter. Be a better person. You can do
Yeah.
it. Be your higher self.
Back in
Always.
the day, they had the Keep America Beautiful campaign with the Indian Native American down the side with the tear. There's like a bunch of
Exactly.
side of the
I
road.
remember
We
that.
don't see stuff like that anymore. You know?
You wanna leave the world a better place than you found it.
Yes, you do.
To
Absolutely.
cool Ram, that's in my mission statement. To
All
cool
right.
it means that, to leave it better than you
Yeah.
found it.
Yeah, and that's what Carson's doing. So
Yeah.
again, I'm very flattered for you to be on the show, and you are a very good mentor for everybody out there that's watching you, because what you've done at your age in all these companies that you have,
It's impressive.
It's
It's only the
amazing.
beginning, though, you guys. Only the beginning, right, Carson?
Yes.
Just getting started, honestly.
I believe that.
We're barely scratching the surface.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And follow up, and again, give out your shout out information again too.
Guys, follow me on Instagram at Mr. One Vibe. Go check out onevibefest.com. Input your email, and you will be entered into raffles. You will get emails of like discounts and all these amazing things. You'll be entered in for 2 VIP tickets. Follow One Vibe Fest on Instagram as well as the page on Facebook. You can add me on LinkedIn as well if you want to connect there. Mr. One Vibe, Carsten G, actually, scratch that. And then, thank you guys so much for having me. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you for making this happen, Wally, Barbara, Lori, Roxy, behind the scenes. It's a blessing. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, we do as well. Oh, and by the way, I have to give a shout out too that you also stream your music too.
Yeah. Oh, right
Real
now,
quick, hurry up because we gotta go. But yeah,
I do also manage an artist. If you want to shout him out, that'd be amazing. Racket Official, RAAKET Official. He's amazing. I manage him. But other than that, like everything on my SoundCloud is just stuff that I like. So if you want to check that out, feel free. But yeah. So
yeah, I did. The music's all amazing on your SoundCloud. So
it's just wild. That's the wild stuff. Yeah. I like it crazy. That's my gym music.
Respect.
Get pumped. All
Yes.
right, guys. I'm Barbara. Thank you for watching SOFLO SASS.
I'm Lori.
And
what a great show.
And Wally.
Wally,
And
Raiders,
Carson, thank you for joining our show.
we out. Peace.
See you next Monday, 6 p.m.
Bye.
time. Bye.
Hello? Hello? Roxy?
We're clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So?
Oh, great show. We got to work on your wrap-ups a little bit better.
We have to work on what?
Your wrap-ups.
What do you mean?
Ending the show.
Meaning what? Tell me.
Like you have to come up with. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not telling you what to do. But
No. I need your advice.
sometimes I'm left with like, should I play the outro now or wait or, and then sometimes you've actually said, okay, we're done, Roxy or Rachel, and then I play it. So we got to come up with an end line, some catchy end phrase that would be really good, and that way that I know that's my cue to play the outro. And because Carson actually left before I ended the show, so he knew he was done. So
Lori's back. Okay, I was just texting her.
Sorry.
Yeah, tell Lori that too, what you just said.
she had to go turn her air conditioning back on. I know that.
Oh my God, it's like 110.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah. What'd I miss?
I was saying that we need to come up with a wrap-up phrase so
Yes.
that I'm not left thinking, do you have anything more that you want to say?
Yeah.
So make it like one catchy, awesome phrase, and
Yeah.
maybe-
because otherwise, you just kind of, you don't know what.
yeah. So like, for instance, I would suggest you going, well, this is Barbara, and then Lori jumps in with an Elsie rocks, and then
Yeah.
you tune in next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
I'll know right then to play the outro.
Yeah, that's perfect. He's adorable.
What did you think of the show, Rox?
The show was actually really good. Very, very good.
Bless you.
Stayed on track really well, and he was able to get out his information. And when Wally came on, I was worried that he might take the show for a minute because he started talking, and he didn't. That was good because you wanted Carsten to be your top guest tonight.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I thought Wally was good. He didn't really say a whole lot.
yeah, at first I was worried. I won't deny that. I was worried he'd take the show, but he didn't. He knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to watch it back just because I think he's so interesting. I want to hear what he had to say. I want to listen.
You can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. And I'm definitely going to come for the festival.
Oh yeah, for sure. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? We're gonna get like, passes and everything.
Yeah.
He'll take care of us.
Be
Man,
awesome.
tell you what, my guest canceled tonight. Well, so I have a co-host, and I let him pick out the guests every other week, and I pick out the guests on the other weeks because I wanted to make a combo because we're really big people in this area, and his guest canceled tonight, and I'm like, let me know what I'm supposed to do. I will find somebody. I have many people who would love to be on our show, and so he's leaving me high and dry, and it's making me mad. So I don't think I have a show tonight.
Aw.
Do you want us to co-host with you?
You guys got stuff about the music industry?
Yeah.
He messaged me back. Let me see what he says.
I'm up. Lori, you up for it?
I don't know what I have to say.
Well, I told him what I want to do is kind of a meet and greet with me and him because this is only the second show out of our series. So I think a meet and greet with me and him so the audience can learn about him and learn about me.
We can talk about how you do meet and greets and whatever you want. I mean, if you want us to pop in for 10 minutes and talk about the music industry and how it's changed and all that, whatever you want. But I'm here to support you.
You're awesome. Thank you. I got to get with him and figure out what to do. Last week, it was just me by myself, and it's the first time I was actually on video, so I was a little nervous, but it went really well. So check out my show, the RA Nation.
Well, Rosie, you can always call me. I'll always help you out.
I know.
If your show's based on music, I'll totally come on and talk about it.
Yeah.
Lori and I have stories to tell.
What does RA stand for?
Roxy and Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Here, I'll show you. This is our banner. So, So I picked the crowd view because it's a unification of people gathering together because COVID has really hurt the music industry, and I want us to come together with all the changes and make an impact together. And I've got a RA Nation Facebook group that we've launched and trying to build a community in that. So yeah, there's so much stuff. One topic I discovered today was Florida, actually. The governor was talking about, which is not the governor, it's more of a buyer's aspect of charging people more if you don't have records stating you had your vaccine. So it could be a $20 show if you have your vaccine. It could be $1,000 show if you don't have your vaccine.
Wow.
And so it's segregation, it's HIPAA violation. There's so much like that.
Unbelievable.
And of all places, Florida doing this.
I'm surprised Rick DeSantis would allow that.
Well, it's money in his pocket.
I've heard about that, though. People that are vaccinated in different areas than the people that aren't. Which, that's a whole bag of worms.
Yeah, and so around here, it's the you won't have to prove it, but you get better seats.
Yeah.
If you are vaccinated.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of God.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
It is. This is a conforming nation. I'll tell you what. That's my opinion. It's a conforming nation into communism.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, we're headed down a slippery slope if that actually takes place.
So yeah, and that's the ideal of my podcast, is because I want us in the music industry to walk together.
Yeah.
So we know our rights, we know what we're doing, and we know how to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
I am going to jump off here because I got to call my co-host
okay.
and see if I can make a show happen tonight. So,
All right. Well, if you need me, call me.
all right, I will. I'll call you if I need you.
I'm always here for you, Rage. So good show tonight, right, Lori?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I was worried about you, Lori. I thought you was gonna sweat for a minute, but you didn't sweat. You had no shiny on your face, so that's a good thing.
Okay. Thank goodness.
I know. I understand that because I know my forehead on my hairline sweats when I'm hot.
Yeah.
And that's like the worst place to sweat for me.
Mine's here.
Uh,
Okay.
All right, Rach. Well, do you want us on your show or no?
I have to figure out with him first before
Okay. Well, just text me because I'm more than happy to come on.
Okay.
Hey.
I appreciate
All right. Thank you.
Bye, ladies.
Talk soon.
Great show.
We'll talk.
All right, Lori, I'll call you back.